So this week we are reviewing the movie Words on Bathroom Walls, and it's actually out in theaters tomorrow. It's one of the first movies of the summer to actually hit theaters, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dan, what did you think of it first?
I really enjoyed it. I'd handled a very sensitive topic in schizophrenia, and one of my people in my family has that, so I was really hoping they weren't going to like just gloss over it. But it was a big part of the plot. But Charlie Plummer, who plays the central character Adam, and Taylor Russell, who plays Maya, they're just phenomenal as this couple that kind of comes together and they help each other out. Adam wants to be a chef, but he has schizophrenia, and he's not diagnosed for most of the movie, and he's wondering, you wonder what's wrong with myself if I'm acting this way. So it's a romance film with a little bit of a drama hook to it, but I felt that they really did a service to schizophrenia and the people that have it in real life.
I thought that was really cool because you don't really see movies deal with real life stuff like that. Like, it wasn't just your typical cheesy love story it was a love story, but it wasn't, it dealt with real life things. So I liked that part of it because someone out there could watch that and it could really resonate with them.
It wasn't like, they just save each other and everything's great, because with schizophrenia, it's one of those things that just goes on and on. There's no cure. You take medicine. It kind of limits the madness a little bit, but it's really just dominated by paranoia. And the way they kind of worked in the voices in his head, the people that he was seeing, which are AnnaSophia Robb plays one of the girls that people that are just only he can see him. I thought they did a good job with that, the graphics and the visuals and stuff like that. They used that teenage kind of wasteland veneer to kind of talk about a real problem, and in this one, it's a very real one. I mean, this thing afflicts so many people every day, every year, and I'm just glad a movie didn't just treat it as kind of like a gimmick or a device to kind of, engineer the plot. I thought that they really leaned into it and tried to tell people what it's like in the best cinematic way possible.
Also really liked the way they did character development with like his relationships with his family.
Yeah.
I don't want to give anything away, obviously, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, and Walton Goggins, who's always played kind of a bad guy or somebody you don't really like, playing a very sympathetic dad. How about that? And Molly Parker and Andy Garcia playing a very wise priest. I mean, I don't know about you, actually, but I'm digging the white beard on Andy Garcia in this movie. I'm like, yes, Andy Garcia's back.
I realized it was him until I Googled the movie to look at the cast. Because you look at his other pictures, it's like you barely can tell.
He's like a Godfather 3 Andy. Now he's like, grandfather Andy Garcia.
So out of 10, what would you give this movie?
I give it a 9. I really enjoyed it. I thought that it had the potential to be decent, but it also handled schizophrenia with a young person very well. So it gets a 9 from me.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going 8, just because there were some parts where I thought maybe it could have gone a little faster.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, it wasn't a super long movie by any means, but other than that, I thought everything else was great. Perfect. So, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
There you go. This is what you got to see.